What do you get when you combine the Subterranean Flying Serpents with the Storm Serpent duo? Welcome back to the Jungle Crew, like Yakuza Terminator here, and today we're talking about the Subterranean Storm Serpents, Nobushi and Warwa. Nobushi and Warwa are a combination of the Nozuki, aka Warbats, and Ibushi and Narwa, the most unique of the pairings and one of the most cooperative with each other as well. This combination was chosen because they're both serpentine creatures with flight. Despite the Nozuki or Warbats being new kaiju, I decided to make the combination animes because it was best for them. Nobushi and Warwa were created by Dr. Manelger and Itsubitsi, using the remains of a Nozuki harvested from the Hollow Earth and the remains of Ibushi and Narwa. Telepathy. Both have the ability to telepathically communicate and establish telepathic connections to humans and Wyverians. Flight. Both can use specialized claw wing-like structures to fly at high speeds. Fangs. The fangs of both can be used to pierce flesh or armor with ease. Electromagnetic detection. Both have the ability to send and detect electromagnetic signals from and to each other, or detect other electromagnetic sources. Coiling. Both can coil around their victims and squeeze the breath out of them very quickly. Wind control. Nobushi has the ability to use wind as a weapon. He can create tornadoes, wind-like energy beams, or take in air and shoot it out in massive bursts. Lightning control. Warwa can control lightning. She can shoot beams of electricity, ring-like electrical bursts from her mouth, or electrosacs. They can vary between yellow and purple. All-Father and All-Mother forms. Nobushi and Warwa can give a portion of each other's power to the other, and enter an alternate form called All-Father and All-Mother. They can use each other's abilities and gain a power boost in all categories. Both Nobushi and Warwa are very weak to the dragon element. Their weak points are their heads and electro/wind sacs. Both are extremely emotionally attached to each other, causing one to not think straight if the other is hurt or in trouble. Unlike the other pairings who are not the same components, have one of the same components, or have the same components just but biologically related to each other, Nobushi and Warwa are the same components but not biologically related, and very much in love with each other. Nobushi started off as somewhat of a simp to Warwa until she started falling for him back, and the two became a pairing. Nobushi's voice is very similar to Master Itsushi's voice. Warwa's voice is very similar to Minato and Hinoa's voice. To enter their alternate forms, Nobushi will charge up a wind sac of his and rip it off to feed it to Warwa, and Warwa will charge up an electro sac of hers and rip it off to feed it to Nobushi. After they eat their parts, they release a lot of energy by flying up into the air and then enter their alternate forms. Both will occasionally get attacked by King Rajang and have to deal with him quite a lot because he likes to get violent with them. Nobushi is characterized as friendly and helpful, but can get somewhat violent easily, especially if Warwa gets hurt or used against him in any way. He easily lets others get to him if she's in trouble in any way too. Warwa is characterized as sweet and loving unless provoked, especially if Nobushi is hurt or used against her in any way, though she's able to control her emotions a lot better than Nobushi is. King Rajang's violence with both of them will give them a lot of stress and occasionally get a sack of theirs ripped off, or two, or more, and use them as food or treats the Venado Drum Squad or Death Jagras and Death Gyros. Both groups will get their own videos. At one point in the Cryptomorium High series, both Nobushi and Warwa are sent out to find Space Brachydios and Gog Macedora after they were taken by the villains of the series. This is because of their electromagnetic detection ability, because Space Brachydios can give off electromagnetic pulses. What do you get when you combine the Yukiona monster with the saber-tooth ice wyvern?